I'm going to break down the roadmap to making $500,000 per year in cash flow by owning franchises. Franchising provides a path for ordinary people to make an extraordinary amount of money. You don't need an MBA, decades of experience, or millions of dollars to get started. In fact, you can get started for just $50,000. And as a franchisee, you make money by operating units. A unit is a single franchise location. It can be a physical store like a Taco Bell, a Midas, or a Supercuts, or it can be a territory-based franchise like senior care, house cleaning, painting, or commercial services. So franchisees run the business, which means they hire the team, they drive the sales, they deliver on the service and control their costs. And franchisees aren't corporate employees. They are independent business owners who just follow a playbook. Here we go. First step is to forget about the tier 1 brands like Taco Bell, Wingstop, McDonald's. Nobody gets rich by scaling those brands. They are already rich to play at that level. What I'm going to break down is a low-cost, low-overhead, low-risk, service-based franchise, like the ones, could be a senior care, could be painting, window cleaning, house cleaning, restoration, etc. The question that I get all the time is, what is the best brand? And the truth is, there is no magic bullet. I could print money in a brand that you could hate and lose a ton of money, or vice versa. The most important part about finding a franchise is it has to match your unique goals, your skills, your budget, and your location. And if you want my team's help, click the link below. You can book a discovery call. We'll help you narrow down the options, and it's 100% free. Let's say I find a great franchise, and let's say it's house cleaning. It's a stable industry, there's recurring revenue, I think the leadership team is great, I like the training and the support they offer, I talk to a bunch of franchisees who are crushing it and validate everything that I think I know. So I get into this thing and I buy 3 units for a total investment of $200,000. That includes the franchise fee, the grand open marketing, and 6 months of working capital, plus some of the miscellaneous expenses. Now I can pay in cash. If I have a 401k, I could roll that over and use that. Or the SBA will finance 70 to 80%. So in my case, I put down 25%, which is $50,000, leaving me with a $150,000, let's say I go with the SBA and get a loan. And so now what we're gonna do is take a stair-step approach to building this thing. So now I bought 3 territories, right? But I'm only gonna launch one at a time. And I'm gonna start by wearing every hat. I'm gonna do the sales, the networking, hiring, firing, and managing the team. I might even do the bookkeeping and everything else except for clean the houses. And now for the next 6 months, I am gonna learn every aspect of this business inside and out. I'm gonna work my ass off. I'm gonna be challenged, I'm gonna mess up, and I'm gonna get discouraged, but I will not give up. Because then I start making money. But I don't go out and buy a new car or expand my lifestyle at all. In fact, I probably tighten it and I pour money back into the business, which means more marketing and hiring more people, because my goal is to build the sales and the cash flow as fast as possible. So within 9 months, I have recouped my $50,000 that I put into the business, plus some more, and sales continue to climb every month. So now I'm confident in my ability to run the business, which triggers launching the second territory. Now the second territory launch goes much smoother since I now have some experience. I have 0 additional overhead costs because I run the whole business out of the same office, and a bigger percentage of new sales that I add falls to the bottom line. So let's say we're 18 months into this thing. I've got the first territory producing $15,000 a month in cash flow. And that second territory that I launched, I've got producing $5,000 a month in cash flow, giving me $20,000 a month in profit in cash flow, right? Which is roughly $240K a year. And now I get the third territory launched in 3 months instead of 9 months like the first one. Because again, it's like rinse and repeat. Do you dream of building a multi-million-dollar franchise empire but don't know how to get started? There's a lot to learn, the process can be overwhelming, and you've got a lot of money riding on the line. You could take the risk of going through this entire process alone, or you could go together with my team. We'll work with you one-on-one to find the best opportunities that match your goals, skills, budget, and location. We provide you with tools to do proper due diligence, plus connect you to experienced franchise lenders, attorneys, and CPAs. I host live group calls almost every week so you can hop on and get your questions answered. And there is no cost, obligation, upsells, or anything with this program. It is 100% free. So go to brianbeers.com/coaching or click the link below to learn more. I'll see you on the calls. Cheers. I ran this new one even quicker because I know what to do, and all of the grand opening, marketing, and other costs are paid for with cash flow from the first two. See, this is what makes franchising scalable. It's a game of execution, and once you learn how to play the game, it's just this matter of doing it again and again and again. So now I'm moving 24 months into the business. Let's say I've got territory number 1 doing $15K a month. I've got territory 2 at $15K a month. And I've got my territory 3 cash flowing $12,000 a month. That gets me to $42,000 a year, which is roughly $500K. That's the playbook of how you turn a $50,000 investment into $500,000 a year. But ultimately, I'm in this game not only to make money, but to have more freedom. I want freedom to set my own schedule, to travel whenever or wherever I want, to play golf on Fridays if it's a nice day. I want to spend time with my young kids and not be on the phone all day. But in order to make that a reality, I need to replace myself out of every operational role. So it starts with the back office. And I'm fine doing accounting and payroll in the very beginning because it helps me learn how the money flows and what the numbers should be. But after 3 to 6 months, I'm going to hire a remote employee from the Philippines to take this role over. I'm going to pay them about $1,200 per month, and they're going to import all the sales. They're going to track deposits. They're going to send invoices, reconcile credit cards, confirm time cards are accurate, and do all that stuff. I'm still going to do the final payroll review, but they're going to do all the time-consuming preparation work. And then once I get the cash flow up to, let's say, $400,000 to $500,000, I'm going to look to hire a general manager to replace me from the day-to-day. This person will hire and oversee the frontline employees. They deal with the problems when someone doesn't show up or there's some sort of customer issue. And a high-quality general manager will be an investment of $80,000 to $100,000 per year. And this investment will free up your time to focus on more higher value tasks. So instead of dealing with low-level problems, you are working on the next acquisition, which could ultimately double the size of the business. Or maybe you're golfing all day, whatever. The choice is up to you and how you spend your time. But growth happens in stair steps. And it's really hard to get from 1 to 2. But then once you get 2, you can get to 4. And then once you hire a GM, you can load them up with 6 units. So now picture this. You've got this pod. So you've got this GM and he has, let's say 5 locations, that they are directly overseeing that produce, let's say $600K a year. And if you can manage one of these pods, then guess what? You can manage 2 of them. So the goal here is you take this thing and you double it. So now we've got another GM who oversees another, 5 locations that produces another $600K a year. And you can open these 4 to 5 from scratch, or you could acquire existing franchisees who want to get out. And you can take over their business and then you run your playbook. And all of a sudden you've got 10 locations producing $1 million per year in cash flow. And I know this may sound crazy when you're just starting out, but growth happens very slowly and then all of a sudden. Today my company operates over 30 franchises that will do over $45 million in revenue. And we're on a path to build a $100 million per year company. And we follow this same playbook. And if I can do it, then you can do it. And I'm working to build this YouTube channel to help more people earn freedom through franchising. So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and drop any questions or comments you have below. And I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.